Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day this is for you. Morning, a little later than what I usually do. Welcome. It's me, Wingish Nimbe, Mijeki Kwe, your friendly, freaky ass, sweetgrass water medicine woman. Also, Christiana Carr, Chris Carr, superstar, all this beautiful divine being right here. Welcome all you beautiful divine beings right here, too. Oh, now that I'm talking, my be a little pain in my head. Took my braids out yesterday. My girl home yesterday crying. Heavy day. There's some things going on I wanted to go join, but every child matters, and talked about it a little bit yesterday. There's things going on with my own children right now. Every child matters, right? I don't want to put mine aside. They're going through some stuff right now. It ain't worse, it ain't that. It's just it's time for these things to stop. It's time for these systems to change. Continue to hurt children more, delivering them into the hands of even worse abuse than what their mother's trying to save them from. When they ask their mom for help. Stop it. Anyways, looking forward to spending some time with them. I got a week arranged, and they've been with their father. It's supposed to be just a temporary thing, but he's not even as fair as what I was. Was free to come. Now he's like sticky. Well, you said this and you said that, and he's created lies. People have lied with him. So let me tell you, if you're supporting him, this will be going all the way. So do you want to lie on the stand? Do you want to go perjurize yourself? Because I have plenty of professional documentations that says my mental health is fine. Yeah. Deal with CPTSD from the past relationship, and also from my mother. Well, and lots of things in my family. It's not just my mother. It's cycles of things that we went through. We don't even realize how much that can hurt somebody else. You're never to be who you actually are. People keep telling you who you are. Well, I was allowed to be. I mean, there was that time. There's also those misconceptions. But when you're being groomed and stuff like that and then it doesn't go that way, then quickly, I try to get out there, and then quickly all of a sudden everything goes down, and then I was a scapegoat for a lot. Anyways. I just really miss my children. That's what it all comes down to. This is not how it's supposed to be. Mother speaks up. I'm confused, and of course, am I going to look stable? Would you be stable? Your 4-year-old tells you? Well, my 4-year-old did. When you already knew. You're already in denial. I would be stable. And that happens a lot. Because they do this crazy making stuff, and then they say, oh, she's crazy. Well, yeah, because, they keep you guessing and whatever. Psychological abuse. There's physical, too. It was physical, too. Calling in all of our energies from the east. Path of illumination and clarity. Place of fire. Place of man. Calling back all of our energies from the south. That's the waters, the emotions, the childhood, the innocence. Calling back all of our energies from the west. Earth, the physical, the woman, place of introspection. Calling back all of our energies from the north, the air, the mental, the wisdom years. Walking a red road or earth walk. Right, we return home to these bodies. And we're returning home to ourselves, right? Because everybody else wants to have an influence on those babies. Tell those babies what they got to do, how to live their lives, and blah, 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 blah. Right? There's another thing. Let's return home to that innocence. Returning to that innocence of that child, okay? Children aren't evil. Women aren't evil, okay? We start with that, and we think we got to beat the devils out of them and all that. There's one of the most damaging beliefs right there, to suppress women and the children. Like, they're the ones. We get up into that unknown, embracing that unknown of who we are. Being fully, truly who we are. Like, I've never been this before, but I'm doing it. I am being me. That's the wisdom years, embracing all of that, letting go of all that we're not, embracing all that we are. Because when we let go of all that we're not, then we're left with all that we are. East to west is the blueprint of spirit that's always there with us, and all we have to do is pray and ask. I have tincture today. This is why. This is it. No time. I want to drink the coffee and whatever, but I grabbed them. The ginger ale, but my kids are all about sneaking, so I have them there, and then all of a sudden they're all gone, and then I'm finding it all in the garbage and all that. Kids do that, but then when you stop, you teach them that that's not okay, and then they stop, but it's turned into, oh, I call them thieves and blah, 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 and this hoard things, everything's taken extreme. Extreme. I just want some peace in my home. I can find it in myself. Thank you. We bring that inside. I'm praying for that inner peace. I can find that in here, but I need it in my home too, because it's so hard. So I can only do so much in here to regulate when there's all this stuff going on out here. It's not natural. It's natural in abusive situations, in parental alienation situations. Yes, it is. The biggest red flag in parental alienation is when the kids don't know why they're treating a parent they were once close to, why they're treating that parent in such a negative way. Why do you treat your mom like this? But they keep doing it. Everybody else does. Not everybody. I'm sorry, I'm human, so I guess feel like that sometimes, even though I know different. The intent, the blue road of spirit, to align with your intention. Intend to align with that spirit. I intend to align my will with divine will. Always in the highest and best interest of myself and all. Low and within. Oh. Excuse me. It comes in waves. So much grief. The hardest times in my life. And it's so hard. It's so easy just to want to give up or whatever, right? But what good does that do my kids? Doesn't do them any good. And I can't, I have to be me. My body is going through. I can't go faking. I'm all healthy. I'm healthy. But the body, right? Body's all before it's time. But, that's me pushing it and then others pushing it. Keep telling me, so I put it aside because it's easier to deal with that than to deal with that. But then I've done this damage to myself too, so I'm left with physical damage from these relationships. Especially those two. Especially those two. Cut from the same cloth they are. I think so. Or maybe not. I don't know. Trying to give my mother an excuse that maybe she just caught his manipulation. I am not. So fine. But then I didn't think I was caught in that either. I defend him. Oh, he's good to me. Oh, he was good to me. How? Not really emotionally. No, made fun of me when I was pregnant. Made me feel unworthy. Made me feel repulsive. Made me feel like he was doing me a chore to make love to me. Whittled away at all my self-esteem, everything that I was sensitive, and it's his things. I was just lovingly teasing. Oh, and if you get upset about it, well, that's on you, because you're just lovingly teasing. And you're so sensitive. You took it so sensitive. Please don't tease me about that. Well, whatever. I'm not the only one that's gone through that. The gaslighting, there's nothing wrong with you, okay? It's those other people. If they keep whittling away at you, it's okay. We tease each other, make fun of not make fun of each other, but, we laugh because hey, we've done something like that before. So it's not to point out, oh, it's like you just tripped up the stairs. I laugh at that because I do that all the time too. I try to laugh with people. It took me years to see. I convinced myself everybody's laughing with me and they're laughing at me. Such kindness, right? Like, and so you're slow. Yes, I'm very intelligent, but I was very slow. Especially in relationships. Always had hard times with those, right? Like going out, because I don't have to talk much or carry conversation, or always did better with somebody else that did all the talking, because I don't know what to say. I don't know how to respond. And they try and joke around like others do, and then, right? I've hurt people's feelings, because see, other people joke around this way, but then I joke around that way, and it's not. So that's been a lifelong struggle trying to relate to people and feeling like I don't relate at all. And others taking advantage of me. I don't want to be a victim. I had this stubborn thing on me, and then, right? Okay. And of course, I have a victim mentality. That was a bad thing. You don't be a victim in here because, well, there's lots of victim shaming. Lots of victim shaming. My family and all families everywhere. It's lots of victim shaming. Telling the victims, oh, I'll get over it, right? Well, right? Somebody might get charged for something. They get some time, but what they've done to a person is a life sentence. So the person that does this, abuses this job, might get some time in jail, whatever. But then this has a lasting effect. It's a life sentence on that victim. A life sentence. Because no matter how much work you do, there's always going to be something there. It changes. Trauma changes your brain, too. Changes how you process. We just need to stop continuing it. Ow. Hey, sweet Jesus, God, all my relation. All my relations here with us, too. Let's have a look here. What's going on today? Eyesore. So this is I haven't had any tincture this morning. It's too hot for the coffees. I got no ginger ale left. And I have been out of my high CBD stuff for a while. I can't order it because my income's down. But I had a big mean one here. Oh, it's horrible. What I did to that man. Oh, God. Look at how devastating position I've left him in. And then he saw the person coming that was going to hit us. This is a couple weeks before that accident, before River ended, he was talking about some people he knew, how they'd scammed the friggin' insurance. A couple, the husband ran into the wife's vehicle or something like that. Oh, wow. And then shortly after, fast up, he didn't need to. Oh, he's gonna hit us. And then tells me not to tell the insurance guy that he'd said that. So I don't know. It's always been flippin' shady. Shady dude. Fucking shady. But hey. Right? That's life. We have the ability to respond. And we have a responsibility for that little inside, to take care of that little inside. It's not anybody else's fault. I'm here. I've got to clean up the mess that everybody else made. I made it myself too. You know, it's not blame and shame, but I have to go. It's not all this little fault. I didn't choose to be abused. I didn't. If I knew all the information. I have my children. I chose to have my children. I love my children so much and I miss them. Oh. Hey, the universal laws, man's laws, right? They should be with their mom. Mama knows best. Maybe not. I don't know. Excuse me, because like I said, I haven't got the tincture in me, so it's so sore. My body, this is part of my body weeping too, right? So then, those old things, oh, what am I sad about? Well, it's all tight. It's a tightness, but this is also what's happened. That's the law. When you suppress yourself so much, or you've been suppressed, right? It has an effect. You can't deny your own self and expect not to have any consequences from that. That's the law, right? And you'll respond. Until we look inside, we're going to be responding through our programming. From our programming from when we were little, right? Until we go take those deep dives and look inside, right? And see, why does this reaction come up? Why am I crying with this pain in my body sometimes? Then I start labeling that I'm sad. But maybe I'm not sad. Maybe I'm just sore. Right now, it's everything. I'm scared of everything right now. Scared to feel good and happy because they'll use it. See, she's happier without you or whatever. You know, they use those things. They do anything and they twist it. They're hurting my children. They're not helping them. They're not doing what's best for them. And we need help. Because the laws, man laws, are messed up. They protect the abusers more than they protect the victims. They protect the one that can pay the best lawyer. And usually the victims are at the mercy of like a legal aid or something. And so we can't get full service. You're limited. Then if you don't have the time to connect with a lawyer and you're still in this state, well, then you match that picture. I talked to somebody at Women's Center in Oshawa. It's Oshawa. And she said she was glad she took the time with me. Because then she got to understand I was somebody that was let down by the system. But when you go and you say, I've been to this place and then this place and then this place, they say, well, the common denominator is you. But I'm on the waiting list. And I'm being told to go here. And then even like the doctor's nurse, well, you just keep hitting walls. Well, yeah. And then I sound like... Ow. Pain. It's without that tincture. It just hurts. really, really hurts. And then there is emotional stuff in my life. Taking Ariana back yesterday, it kills me that my children are not with me. I'm lost. Everything is to be a mom. I finally get to the home. Finally get us out of low-income housing. I do it. I do all that legwork. The other guy signs a piece of paper. Whoa. No money, no nothing. He just signed a piece of paper. That's it. I did all the friggin' work. This is my home for my children. Like, just get in here. Just get us settled. Ask. Give me till January 30th. I get served January 29th. Ow. Believe in everybody else. I'm still trying to figure out. I was just trying to move in here. Figure that out. We'll deal with this other stuff afterwards. But I gotta get us settled into our home. You tell me. They did that? What was best for the kids? Uprooting them? They just finally get here. Don't even give them time to settle in. Attack their mother. What kind of nice humans, adults are those? Those are kind adults thinking about the kids. Are they really? How about everybody look at the facts? Look at the facts. How sick and twisted is my children being connected to my blood family? He doesn't go taking them to see the family. It's fucking confusing. Excuse me. Excuse me. Facts remain. This is a quiet house. I sit in my empty nest. Most coming. It's still wanting that understanding from me. I'm going through these darkest times in my life, and I can put on, okay, here we go. Because I don't want to bum anybody out and all that. But there's not often that consideration that comes back. Understand what I'm going through. Oh, Chrissy, I'm having a hard time. Help me out. But when does that come back? Let me understand. I'm sitting here all by myself. And there are so many others, even though they've got others around them, they can go, no. Reflecting. It's my children. The law isn't supporting the children. Says so, but when those people don't follow even their own regulations and stuff that are set out there, it did not go the way it was. I mean, first and foremost, you're not supposed to tell the potential perpetrators are being investigated. I don't think cops go out and tell the people they're investigating, we're investigating you. Do they? I don't know. I'm not a criminal, okay? Never been to jail. Oh, did the shoplifting thing, but that was when I was younger, and that was even when they were expunging the things where they actually burned the record, so you wouldn't even be able to find that record. But I tell you, I did. I ain't got nothing to hide. Nurturing is what we need to do inside. We're nurturing these littles inside. We've gone through a lot. And as that comes up, and I'm grieving lots, as going through life as undiagnosed autistic, right? Being treated and expected to be normal when I wasn't, and then trying to embrace that, and being bullied a lot. Most of it coming from my family, and I'm not the only one with that, That's the trickster, double, nurturing. Trickster. Laughing at myself, but then this baby got laughed at that I didn't even take myself seriously. So that was a trickster. Here I am and think I'm nurturing. I'm helping my baby out. Whatever. But do you do that too? Maybe there's somebody else that does that too. Maybe you do that too. We just make fun of ourselves and fine. Okay. Because we that's what they're constantly told. When my son was diagnosed with the autism spectrum, the first thing you're told is like 95%, they don't leave home or whatever. So you're kind of then set up. Your expectations then are low. And what about that child too? Well, what's the point in even going out then? What's the point in trying if I'm not? You just set them all up for that, and that's not true. You think you're trying to be nurturing and trying to help somebody out. Or even when you come in and say, hey, I'm sorry if it's a broken system, you're trying to support that person, but that's a trickster. It does a backhanded thing. Excuse me. Didn't help me to know, help, or there's a broken system. Well, no, that makes me more upset. Well, how do we fix it? What do we do? Oh, no, sorry, there ain't nothing you can do. You just got to watch your kids be ripped away and abused some more. And then grow up and turn into abusers and keep continuing those cycles that you've been trying to break. Just look in that. We need to nurture ourselves. We need to laugh at ourselves, too. But not so much that we don't take ourselves seriously. But, to go that we're human. We made that mistake, too. We know better. Or we kept giving her power when we went, wait. I keep acting like a child. I'm a full-grown adult here now. What can this adult do? What can this adult do to make a difference, to make a change, right? Make those actions. That whirling rainbow, that's what we can always do. Put that whirling rainbow of peace around it all. Feel it coming in, feel it calming and soothing you. And the situation, all of it. We need to come whole in ourselves first, whole and complete. Not anybody's going to love you for all of you if you don't let all of you show. So look at that. We're taking that inside, actively going inside. That's the actions. Over the weekend, whatever. Look at how you respond to the world around you. And what's going on out there and in your life. Where is it that you need to come together to bring yourself into wholeness? So there's a part you've left out in the cold. Go gather them up and keep them warm. Embrace those little children. Every child matters, even that child inside of you. Right now, there's children walking this earth right now, going through so many abuses. So we can sit there and keep going on about our healing and what our child went through. We can actually look at the children right now walking this earth. What's happening right now to those children right now. We honor all of our lost children by protecting those ones now, not letting this happen again. Not continuing to let the abusers have the control. This is what we do. We make a difference. We don't just put up and shut up anymore. It's time to use our voices. We don't need to be loud. Because you know what? It's like one candle. You shine a light, it just gets brighter. Doesn't matter. We can all sit there, whisper. You ever sit in an auditorium? They try to get everybody quiet. But whispering, you can hear those whispers everywhere. So we can all whisper our stories, but then it'll ripple, it'll affect, and it will become loud. We don't have to shout. No shouting. Do it from those quiet places. So we can laugh at ourselves. We think, rah, rah, rah. We keep going, but look at when those peaceful protests. And even look at how much more riled up those people that want to control get. Even with the peaceful. Force is not working. Never really has. We need to return to that original source. No. Hey, we were the last ones made here. Know our place on this earth. Man would do good to know his place on this earth. And the position last made, right? We need to gather together all that we are. Return to that original source inside. Gathering all parts of ourselves. back to us. Whether, soul retrievals, however you want to call it. Right? Uniting. We cannot unite on the outside unless we're united inside. If we stop warring inside ourselves, maybe we'll stop warring outside of ourselves. If we love all of ourselves, we will see others in a new light too. Because we won't expect it all to be the same way. Because we know the beauty is in our differences. We learn, not from same. We learn from the differences. We learn from acknowledging what we went through. We do not learn from denying. What does denial get us, right? Look at those laws. You don't have to believe it for it to be true. But denying makes it worse. Silence is abuse's best ally. Best and biggest ally is silence. I'm going to come up because that's the top part up here. Stay up there. Excuse me. Oh, stop buzzing. Ow. The face twitches all up and like no wonder. It's like entertainment, right? So if I have funny, they gotta laugh at it, so. Ow. We'll get through. Because I'm going away next week. I said I'd do this one, so I'm doing it. And I'm going away on Tuesday. Wait till Tuesday, then needs the van Monday. Once he gets his car fixed, that'll be nice, because then I'll have my freedom. Not that I go much places anyways, but it's still been tough. Because then it's like, I gotta think of that now, so it's not, I want to just think, I need to, always been considering others, and put my stuff on hold because others, and, Ow, excuse me, excuse me. That hurts. All down my wrists, on my feet, and my nails. With my girl. I'm trying to talk with. Oh, I think for me that's really hard. I always got bullied more by the girls. I was always more accepted by the boys, in spitting contests and running and whatever. I never not like, I was always one of the boys. No, I didn't get that kind of attention from the boys. I've shared before my first crush, right? We'll play kissing tag. And he kicks me. There's your kiss. There you go, right? Another boy in public school. Oh, write him secret admirer letters. Get brave enough to tell him it's me. Laughs in my face and tells everybody in the lineup. So everybody in the lineup on the way into school is laughing at me. Well, then I start laughing at myself. Become silly entertainment. So there we go. Well, if they're laughing at me, they're not yelling at me. It's still hurting me, though. Oh, we have 3 of Pipes, dream, envision, wonder. Right? What did that baby want to do? That's the law. If we just stay still, we're going to keep repeating the same thing. That's a definition of insanity, right? So that's why we need to have those dreams. Envision that. And then wander. Take those steps. Go and see. Right? We can live our lives in our head. And that's why I say I live vicariously. But you know what? I don't want to live in my head anymore. Right? That was my survival tactic. To live in my head was to survive. And I don't want to survive. I want to live. So it's time to get out of my head. Out of those fantasies. So those are the safest spots for me. But then with that psychological abuse and stuff like that coming at me, it got worse. It doesn't feel safe in here. when everything's going, and my heart goes, it's not now. I did before because it was panic attacks. I didn't know what was going on in me, but there's something off. I can't control this anymore. Right? Well, stimming and stuff, those things I do for the self-regulation, but everybody looking at me thinking that I'm crazy, and then I think that I'm crazy too. And my poor kids get that, right? Oh, stop talking. So, of course, it's entertaining to the kids. Mom, you're not talking nice. Maybe you need to go for a timeout. You need to take your breath, right? Oh, I know, I can feel that. I thought I was helping them, didn't want to scare. I wasn't helping my kids. I was helping the adults alienate my kids from me. They got me to do it myself. That's the worst abuse. They make you abuse. You don't even know. It's not abuse. I don't do abuse because I'm not trying to have power and control over anybody. I'm just trying to get them to stop trying to control me. Trying to get them to stop hurting me. Oh, let's look at that. Nurturing and quarrel, the trickster energy. Oh. Mm-hmm. That's the one that's coming up here. Right, recycling that way. So that's how we do it, right? The tears water the seeds. We till that soil, put that fertilizer down, right? And that's what we can do. We take that shit, right? Laugh at ourselves thinking, oh no, we just covered in shit. Well, we need shit for fertilizer. Ha ha ha. There we go. Let's laugh at ourselves. Because we needed all this shit. Make the fertilizer for that growth, for who we truly are. And then we're going to take those deep dives inside. Whirling rainbow of peace surrounding everything with that. We're bringing that wholeness and unity within ourselves first. We can't do that in anybody else. We can't bring the world into whole unity and stuff either. It starts with us. Each individual that's individual, we got to bring ourselves together inside, and then we all come together outside. Gathering together to be whole and complete in ourselves. One. There we go. Oh, two there. Overcome doubt and fear. By that taking the action, the wise priestess energizes others, right? When we become whole, it's that introspection, see? That introspection, then we go and take that action because that wholeness is achieved, right? Whirling rainbow, we're coming all together in here, right? Energizing others. You're not going out going, you got this, you got this, you got this, from right in there. We can send out our energies and our love that way. We don't have to be right there at every step of the way. Okay, it's just like spirit is with us too when we call and ask. But it's always in us, right? And is there something you want to do this weekend? Take a look inside. Something you want to do? Overcome doubt and fear by taking that action on it, right? You see in that card, she's blindfolded. Ouch. I can't work it out. She's blindfolded, but still, we'll make the mark. When we have aligned with spirit, we'll make our mark every time. We channel that light of the original source. We channel that light. We know who we are, fully, holy, and true, who we were made to be. Right? We commit. Is that commit to a brave new herald of thought? What are you teaching that little? What did that little learn? What is that little being groomed for? Is that something flipped around under? There's a couple of them flipped around in here. We got the rebirth. Earth is eternally fertile. And what's this one? Healing. We're on that healing path. Knowing that there's enough for everybody. There's that sun again. Let the sun shine in. face it with a grin. Frowners, smilers never lose, and frowners never win. Right? Because if they're frowning, no matter even if they win, they're always frowning. They're looking for something to complain about. Be happy with what you got, or you'll never be happy at all. Look at what you've overcome. You know, do we keep ourselves in the shit by keep telling the same story? So we keep ourselves, let's laugh at ourselves and go, well, how are we going to get out of it? Because we keep telling the story about how horrible it is. Instead of, yes, this was horrible, but look at how I turned this around. Look at, there was these nightmares happening, but this dream was coming true within it. And I recognize that, and I am so grateful, Creator. All the beauty in all this darkness, the light that keeps coming in, that keeps me going, keeps me growing. And I will always be here for my children, no matter what happens. Children do grow up. They do see the truth. You know, hey, but some stay under the thumbs of those abusive people and can't get out of there and feel like they need them, and they just keep running back. I mean, I was caught in that myself, trying to break free. And I don't talk to them anymore, and I haven't talked to them in a long, long time. I needed their help to get through the school, but I was slowly starting to distance because I could see any time that they were around, there was more kerfuffle with the kids, especially when they're saying, oh, don't listen to your mother. Why would your mom say that? Oh, your mom shouldn't do this. Your mom should do that. Your mom should be doing this. And what? I can't believe your mother is blah, 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 blah. It's just the stuff I heard loud and clear with my own 2 ears. So I started seeing this stuff, started picking this stuff up, and go, okay, well, we're just going to distance you. Okay. Oh, they're all set in their ways. Whatever. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Everybody has their own experiences with them. But don't force it on me, okay? I don't have to be friends with them. I send them lots of love. Lots and lots of love. Always. No matter what. And I keep praying for my children. Surrounding them with light, that they stay safe, that they don't fall any more victim to these sick people. Sick people that don't look at themselves. It is a sickness. And I feel bad for them. I feel pity. I love them very much, and I keep praying for them. For my children's sake. For the sake of all the children that they have dealt with, because they act like they are not good for children. Poof, poof, love yous, love yous, love yous. He's the one not anymore. Maybe she used to be. I don't know if that was just pretend. There's lots going on in my head, but it's not up to me to figure out what anybody else's life is and what their lessons are. It's up to me to figure out what mine is. Doesn't matter who the people are. Even my children. It's not up to me to figure out what their lessons are. It's up to me to figure out what mine is and how I can be here for them and guide them and support them the best way that I can. When I don't know, help them connect to their own divine guidance. Because it's not about me. I'm not trying to shape mini-me's or anything like that. I didn't have my children for me. I didn't have them for those people either. They're not possessions. They're people. They're meant to be their own little people. Not molded and shaped to be what somebody else wants them to be. Excuse me, because then when they don't match what you want them to be, oh man, oh, look what's been done to me. I'm here all by myself, people. Love yous. Yep, my dad's downstairs. Keeps to himself. You know, people make up their own mind about what I need and what I'm going through. And even when I say this is what I need, this is what I, you know. Doesn't matter. Anyways, excuse me. I love you. Thanks for listening. Love you. And I share, again, it's not for advice, anybody feel bad for me, anything like that. It's because, you know what, there's other people going through this stuff too. I'm not the only one. Share to let you know you're not alone. Help me know that I'm not alone too. To help me so I'm not keeping it inside, which is what I used to do. And that's where it creates the most damage. It just causes more damage. So it's better out than in, you know, and in a safe way. It's not attacking. It's not shame. It's not blame. These are actual facts. I have been a victim of abuse for very many years. I'm still trying to break free. My children are still caught in that abuse. It is all textbook of how the system can be used to continue abuse on somebody, to continue the control. The man that's always been trying to control me now has my kids. And it's controlling me through my kids. Getting really sticky. And then, whatever. Anyways, it's the truth. Love you. Biggest heart hugs ever. Thank you for being you and shining your light through in everything you do, and enjoy your weekend. And the week, I'm going to be reconnecting with my kids. So, I have to watch some reruns. There's plenty. I've been doing this for 3 years, so don't worry, you ain't left without nothing. Go watch them randomly, whenever, if you feel called to, whatever. I ain't the boss of you. Love you. Thank you. Blessed weekend and weekend. I'll see you in a couple weeks for a Morning Star Monday, maybe. Okay. Love you. Thank you.